Welcome back, Taurus. We're here to pull your cards for January the 29th through February the 2nd. I am going to be pulling one card for each day, and we'll see what all comes up, both on the card and psychically, as far as energetically as well. Thank you guys very much for being here, watching, putting a thumbs up, sharing this out to the world if you find benefit from it and you think somebody else will, and for putting your comments down below. All of that stuff actually helps this little rinky-dink channel grow. So I appreciate each and every bit of it. So we've got your cards on the table, Taurus. Let's take a peek, starting with Monday. Ace of Pentacles is the first thing that shows up. This just tells us that Monday we have some kind of new opportunity or a gift that shows up. And this is for us, not something that we are giving to somebody else, but we are receiving an opportunity or receiving a gift on Monday. We like that. My rising sign is Taurus, by the way, so that's where all that we's coming from. Next, we're looking at Tuesday. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords showing up in reverse, kind of trying to get rid of the glare. There seems to be a lot of it. Knight of Swords in reverse. What's going on here? You've got somebody who is not being truthful with you on Tuesday. You, I think, Taurus, are going to recognize this. I don't think that this is going to be something that, the impression I'm getting is that the energy here is like that of a little kid who's trying to say something to you and hoping that you're going to buy what they're saying, but then maybe they're not doing such a good job of telling you the not truth. That's how it kind of comes across, which tells me that you know exactly what's up as it's even being said. So, you know, there's no reason to get paranoid here. You're going to know. There will be no doubt in your mind whenever somebody starts to do this to you today. The type of energy, like if you wanted a specific example of this that happened in my life not that long ago, I went with a little one to buy a Christmas present for his mom to put under the tree. It got put under the tree, but on Christmas, it was no longer under the tree. It had spent the last 2 or 3 days under his pillow in his bedroom without any wrapping paper. His mom happened to come across it when she was making the bed one day. So he hadn't let me know. He hadn't said anything to me about it, hadn't said anything to her about it. And so when I questioned him about it, I asked him, I said, is the package still wrapped up? And he says, yes. And he pulls covers up around him because there's wrapping paper right next to him. I don't know if he was trying to wrap it earlier that morning or whatever, but the wrapping paper is right next to him on top of the covers. And so he's trying to fluff the covers over that wrapping paper as he says, yes, the item is still wrapped. This is how that's coming across to me. It's like one of those lies where the evidence is right in front of your face that what this person is saying is not true. So like I said, don't be paranoid about everything anybody says to you all day. When this happens, it's going to smack you in the face. You won't be able to miss it. Okay? Now, let's look at Wednesday. Here we have Ace of Cups coming up in reverse. This just tells me on Wednesday, somebody is showing you their true colors. And you may or may not like them. Usually when this comes up, we're not too happy with those true colors. Every once in a great while, about 2% of the time, we're just really surprised at what a decent person this is. That is not my normal, but it could happen. And you could be the outlier, who knows? Next up, we're going to look at Thursday. Boop-a-da-doo-doo. Knight of Pentacles coming up on Thursday. This just means we're taking care of business as far as financially, as far as security, stability. We're doing what we need to do to keep that cash flow flowing in and flowing out. All right, looking at Friday, we have that side of the Three of Cups. This is just telling me that sometime earlier in the day, we will have spent some pleasant time with somebody that we consider friendly or a friend. Can be a family member even, but somebody that we enjoy their company. And this is usually in person, although during the pandemic, this was a lot of video calls. So it could be that, it could be phone calls, emails. But usually nowadays, this is in person again. Now, Boop-a-da-doo. Let's hit the weekend, Taurus. All right, so you've got the Two of Wands showing up for Saturday. This just tells me that on Saturday you are going to be deciding what you're doing that day, and with the idea in mind of how you're going to, what kind of impression you're giving to your sphere of influence as you make your choices going through the day as far as how you're spending your time. So it's going to be really important to you that you're spending your time in a way that sends an appropriate message to the people around you. All right, so in other words, let's say that shorter. You're trying to set a good example by making good choices about where you spend your time. All right, let's look at Sunday. Here we do have the Emperor showing up. This can mean that you're doing something very traditional in a very traditional way. You could be going to a church service, like an old-fashioned church service type thing. You could be doing something else that is traditional. All right. So that's what we have for the week. Thank you, Taurus, very much for being here, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Everybody have a fantastic week. Peace out.